Alright everybody, so it's been a few days since I've been back from our trip to Texas to get our new truck. I've been working on the garden, trying to catch up on yard work. So the search and rescue from the sheriff's department called, and there's an individual stuck up by Paulina Lake. They just opened the gates up for people to go adventure up there, and of course somebody got stuck in the mud. So we are headed out to go grab them. I'm going to grab some fuel and then start driving out there. Well guys, we've made it out to the forest. We're kind of going through a logging area right now. They're out here thinning the forest out, which is good. It will help with forest fires, keeping all the ladder fuels out of here. And once they're done logging, they'll come in and mow, and then they'll do a prescribed burn and kind of burn everything real low. So if it does catch fire, there's not much to ignite afterwards. But as you can see, it's pretty thick in here. So once it starts heating up in the summer, it's just like a big tinderbox out here. And it doesn't take much to just wipe it out. So we've got a couple miles to go until we get to the customer. I believe they're driving a Ford Fusion. That's what search and rescue said. So we'll find out. I said they were just stuck in the mud. So all the snow is melting off. So there's some soft spots still out here, and people find them. So So a lot of people were asking about our trip from Texas to get in our new Stewart Stevenson wrecker. It was a long trip, 2,000 miles. The truck worked perfectly. We got to still figure out the battery issue. One of the batteries were boiling over, but that was like the last, less than 100 miles home. We left War Fox Equipment's yard, and we went and got fuel, and we stopped at O'Reilly's, got some oil and coolant and some other little stuff, and then we headed to Harbor Freight and bought a bunch of tools just in case we needed it for the ride home. Luckily we didn't need anything. And then of course, I had some friends like, oh, you're gonna take the tools back? And I'm like, no, because I'll just have to buy them again for the truck. So those tools are going to stay in the truck permanent. We'll still have to get some more tools. So yeah, Dallas-Fort Worth was pretty humid. Not as bad as some places I've been around the world. My buddy Shane was not impressed with the humidity. He was sweating in places that he had never sweated before, so that was kind of funny. headed north, and then we stayed the night, I don't know, about an hour or so outside of Amarillo. And then we went through New Mexico. That was pretty boring. And then from there, went through Colorado. Went through. We're bumpy. Yeah, the roads are getting pretty rough with all the log trucks. We went to Pueblo, then up to Colorado Springs, and then Denver. And we made it into Laramie, had dinner there, and that's amazing. We ended up in Laramie. We had dinner at Subway, and we were the last ones in there, so we got some free cookies. That was nice. Then we stayed in Rawlins, Wyoming. Slept for a few hours and then headed out. This road sucks. We left Wyoming, went through Utah, stopped by the Sparks Motors. They weren't there. So we got to see a few of the trucks out front. That was kind of cool. And we headed up to Burley, Idaho, and stopped by and talked to Alan. He's always great to stop and talk to. From there we stayed in Mountain Home, Idaho. And got up and made it home the next day. So it was basically 4 days on the road. Very sore. The seats will have to get changed out. But, I'll never drive that truck that far in one shot again. It'll just stay here in Central Oregon. If it ever has to go that far or out of Central Oregon, I'll probably reach out to Casey and have him just transport it. It's way easier, way quicker, less wear and tear on the truck. So, top speed was 57 miles an hour. The big hills, it was doing about 40, which wasn't bad. The old 510 would only do about 20 to 25 those same hills, so it was a lot nicer. Let's see, we were getting about 7 miles per gallon, which for that size of truck wasn't that bad. So it was definitely worth driving it than it was to transport it. One, got to test out the truck, and two, is just way cheaper than having it transported up. So I got a nice good shakedown. But there's quite a few things I want to change on the truck. Some make it more user friendly. And add some storage boxes, and we'll modify the underlift on the back to pick up civilian style vehicles instead of just military ones. We'll add some other electrical winches on them. So a lot of the stuff that we recover is just small little cars, trucks, SUVs, stuff like that. So you really don't need the big hydraulic winches all the time. Just quicker with a little electric one. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do to it. Add lights and all that good stuff. So once we get caught up around the house, we'll start in on some of that stuff. Yeah, I still got to go get the truck registered and the title in my name and all that good stuff. And we have we've got to help Shane move his shop. He's found a new place, and then it's going to be kick it into high gear to get the trucks ready before winter, so we're not fighting working on stuff out in the snow. I did get some beams for my shop once we get ready to build that. So I've got all kinds of projects coming up, so carports and RV parts and garden barn, and I got lots to do, and of course never enough time to do it, but that's life. But once you stop moving, so does your body, so just gotta keep pushing forward. So we're getting pretty close where the customer is. We were just up here the other day. There was that E350 Ford van life. This is right where we were the other day. Right where I turned around and backed up to him. So, car is down there somewhere. He's just down the road here. We've been down here before. It was a, what's that? Just a little car. There we go. Just barely stuck. Going on?
Howdy.
How are you? How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. My better days.
Hi, buddy. How are you? You ready to get out of here?
Basically, the front third of our vehicle is stuck, but it's forward drive.
Okay.
I mean, we were...
Nothing's broke.
Nothing's broke. No.
Okay. Alright, no worries. A week ago, I got a guy, the main road, about 100 yards up the road. I've had 3 down here, so it's a pretty...
We were gonna park right there and see if that was worth it and turn around, because I come from Spokane where we had like 2 to 3 feet of snow, and I was driving through it just fine, but I think just the way the road's kind of angled,
So this, the further this road goes, the deeper it gets.
Yeah, and that's what I was like, we were just going to turn around, but then we got stuck.
Yeah. That's what everybody keeps doing right now. They're coming up here to go to Paulina, and then they're like, oh crap, there's still snow here. Try to turn, and then they're done. So, what's up, buddy? She's like, I am ready to go home.
We had the plan to raise the front of the vehicle and put logs under until we can straight away, but we got one side done. We're working on the other.
No worries. Let's see here. Alright, there's nothing to hook to. Hey, buddy. So we're just gonna hook into this A-arm. I can get it through there.
Did we put it in neutral for you?
Yeah, once we start moving, yeah. Probably videoing my arm here. So we've got the long soft shackle through his A-arm to this guy. So
my wife said if this is easy for you, it's because we did all the work.
I think that's yours.
Yeah, figured.
Did you want to get everything in the car?
Yeah, so I got a jack there now. Are you just gonna tug and whatever?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and pull all the jack and all the stuff out. Get everything back in the car, then you don't have to walk back down here. Hello.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah. What's up, Woody? He's like, I'm ready to go home. Yeah, just put it in neutral and then try to stay on the high side so we're not over in this deep stuff over here.
Okay.
So we'll go nice and slow. Well, that was easy. Took longer to drive up here than anything. Now the hour journey home. So not very glamorous or exciting, but we got the family out. They've been up here for a couple hours. They were trying to just turn around as the snow started to get too deep and got stuck. They tried to jack the car up and put logs underneath, but it just wasn't their day. We got them out, and we're gonna head home. And we're gonna head home and go get some dinner. So, all right, guys, we're gonna head home. Get this truck parked, get some dinner, shower, and relax. So, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. So, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.